Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today we're going to do something just a little bit different. So in front of me I have some watercolor cardstock and I'm just wetting it using some water. So I've just spritzed it and then I've used water. Now I've got one of stencils from our lovely Julia's newest collection, Steampunk Stories, and I'm using my gouache watercolor paints from Arteza. And what I've done is I've just laid the stencil on top, and then I'm going to paint in all of the open areas. Now I do know that it will go underneath the stencil, but I'm looking for the sort of layers that I want, because I want certain bits to be different areas. And then what I'll do is I'll go around with pen to define those areas. So as you can see, as I'm adding on that red, it is going underneath the stencil itself, but I really do not mind that at all. So I'm just colouring all of this in. So I'm wanting like an autumny feel, and this sort of to be quite a rusty feel. I'm then using the red paint that I have left to add some splatters on, and I really like that. So then I decided that, right, we need lots more splatters. So I've got this gorgeous orange, so I'm adding some orange splatters on. So they are going on. I love the effect of it. I just think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then I've come in with, which you can't really see because it's off camera, the palette. I've come in with some gold just to add some sparkle, and then I'm also going to come in with some bronze. I think this is, I'm not 100% sure. I've got a feeling that my voiceover is not going to match up with the video, so I might be telling you straight away. The last colour that I'm going to splatter with is our black, and I just think black really adds to it. Now what I'm going to do is, now that I've done all of them, so I'm just going to move my watercolours out of the way, well, my gouache colours out of the way, and I'm just going to dry this. So I'm leaving the stencil on the piece, and the really good thing about Julia's stencils is they are such good quality and really nice products that we can use our heat gun over the top of them, so we don't need to remove it to dry. Now it is still slightly wet underneath some of the other bits, because obviously we can't get in there, but all I'm doing is I'm just going around all of the outlines with my pen. Now this is a 0.1 black pen, and it's because I want you to be able to see the cog in all of its glory. It's absolutely gorgeous. This has to be my favourite card that I've created so far using all of the different collections. My pen does keep getting a bit clogged up because bits are still wet, which is a bit annoying. Now I think you might be able to hear that. That's my husband knocking. So he's chose the wrong time to do it. But he is hanging some doors. He's hanging the last door. So we've had new doors put downstairs. So I'm currently upstairs recording this. So he was outside planing the door. So obviously he's finished that now. So I do apologise for any of the banging. If I can get rid of it, I will. So yes, I'm just going to continue to go around the stencil, putting in that black line. But the effect of it when you reveal, like, so when you take off the stencil and you see, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So it really is a nice, quick, easy background, but it actually looks as though it's taken quite a while to do. But it is actually really quick and easy. I have speed this video up. It has been sped up 2 times, so it's twice as fast as what it would normally be, because I am doing a voiceover. So as you'll have noticed, quite a few of my videos have got voiceovers, and then this is the awesome bit. This is the reveal. How awesome does that look? So I'm just going to finish off drying it, with my heat tool, and then once it's dry we will then cut it down to size. This watercolour paper I did get out of a scrawler box, and it's really nice. I can't remember what make it is though, but you can use any watercolour. I know paper that you have. I normally use the watercolour paper out of the Works, not the £2 pad but the £3 pad. I find that it's a lovely thick paper and it feels really nice and sturdy and does everything that you want it to. So I'm cutting this piece down to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we are doing a 6-inch card. So I'll have a nice white background on this piece. So that we frame it, I'm doing our lovely Julia's trick. I've got my black Pro marker and I'm just going around the edges with that because I want it to be seen and to stand out just that little bit more. And I'm also going to raise it up, so I've just got a roll of foam tape and I am going to have it so that it is got a little bit of 3D element to it. So yeah, so I just think it looks nicer. But because we are on watercolour paper, what I have done is I put foam all over the back of it so that it lays flat because we have heated it. He's now got the drill. Typical, isn't it? Absolutely typical. So I'm going to release the backing off of my foam and let's stick it down. So like I said, this is a quick, simple card. That background does it all for us. I mean, how beautiful is that? It's just absolutely gorgeous. Now, so that stencil is from the Steampunk Story collection. I am now though going to be using our gorgeous Alice from the Curious Wonders collection, and I've coloured her up in reds. I just think she's lovely, and some browns. I've then got our lovely Chester, and he is coloured up in yellows. So I actually coloured him up quite a while ago using my polychromo pencils, and I've been waiting for the right project to to pop him on, and this one seems to be perfect for him. So I am adding him here as well because I just think he goes lovely. So his tail is a little bit fiddly to cut, but it is achievable. But as most of you know, I love my fussy cutting, so yeah, so it was nice to have a little bit of a challenge. So yeah, I cut all of the swirly bits off because I don't want any of those white borders, so don't be afraid to cut any swirly bits off or shoelaces or anything. If anything, we can always add them on if we want to. Now I'm doing exactly the same to our lovely Alice. I am going to trim her as well so that there's no white border around her either. So where there's any so where her little bows are on her feet, I'll cut them off, and also there's just a couple of sort of twirly bits on the other side of her which I'll also cut off because like I said, I don't want any of the white. I like the finished look of her. Absolutely gorgeous collection, so yeah, really nice, and I just think she goes perfectly. So I have sat and pre-cut quite a lot of images and pre-cut and also pre-coloured a lot of the images. Yeah, I tend to sit on a Sunday evening and just stamp lots. So I always have plenty of image to go, and I find it nice when you've got plenty of images to sort of sit and play with. So yeah, it's nice just to get them out. I then decided that I'm going to add our little chirp in because he is too cute not to. So our little chirp, he is from the new collection. So he is from the steampunk collection, and then I couldn't resist, we had to have one. So I've got a little snail from our toadstool tots, He's gorgeous. So well, is it a he or a she? We'll call her a she. So she's gorgeous. So yeah, she had to be added. And then also from the toadstool tots were some flowers. So I want to call them like very similar to daffodils. So we'll call them daffodils. So I coloured some of them up in like a muted nude colour. And again, I just thought they went really, really well. And there's the trail. Oh dear, I am sorry. Okay, sorry about that. He's off again. Right, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I think he's stopped. Right, so I'm just popping on the flowers, and then I found this little heart, which I just really loved it. So it's in a dusky pink, which obviously is my favourite colour. I'm also adding in a couple of the leaves. The leaves are from one of the sea-themed stamps, so Ollie the Octopus, and there's a seahorse one. I can't quite remember the name of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the edges with my black pen just to get rid of those white bits from where I sort of coloured them in. Sorry, not coloured them in, cut them out. I'm then just going to glue them all down. So again, going around our lovely Alice with a black pen, and then we'll glue her down. But I think this card turns out absolutely beautifully. It is my absolute favourite, and I will be doing the technique again that I've done with this stencil because I just think it's beautiful. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. I just thought we'll see. I wasn't sure if the heat gun would work, if it would melt it, but it does because they are such good quality stencils. So highly recommend them, because I know that I've got a few stencils that are really thin and flimsy and they're just not very good, especially if you put a heat tool on them. So it's really they really are superb quality. You will not be disappointed at all. I know I wasn't. I've put these stencils through the mill. Trust me, they have been abused a lot. I've used them in so many different projects. Okay, so Chester, we are raising him up because I feel like he needs to be raised up, and then I'm just popping on this glue is terrible. I'm just popping on some of the flowers. So the glue that I'm using is a UHU glue. You can get it out of the pound shop. It is in the hardware section, but it is very stringy glue, so if you do use it, be prepared. However, it is actually quite a nice glue. It doesn't warp your paper or anything, so, and it dries clear, which is always a bonus. But it was in my drawer and I'm using up all my glue, so this is the next one that I am using up. So yeah, so I'm just adding in those little bit of green bits because I always feel like they need them. And then I'm going to add this sentiment which says stop shrinking. Stop, if I keep it still. Stop. I don't know. I keep running, but she's not keeping it. Well, I'm not keeping it. Stop shrinking to fit places you've outgrown. There we go. So, and that is it. That is my card. Please do check the description box below for all details and for all the other ladies. Yeah. Oh, had to add another heart in because, yeah, why not? Absolutely gorgeous colours. But yeah, do check out my description box. So there'll be a link to Chanda where you can buy these gorgeous products. There'll also be a link to all the other ladies who are working with these products and a link to our Julia's Facebook group for more inspiration. But that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now. Bye.